It's Atlanta's #1 hip-hop station, Hot 107.9 and home for the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Of course, you know it's your folk, Behind. Radio, shouty, stepping in the building. I got my East Coast partners in this thing. Joey Badass, Kirk Knight, what's good with it, fellas?
What's going on, man?
What's poppin'?
I'm over here feeling good, feeling great. Let's get straight to it, though, man. That Devastated. I heard that, and I knew exactly where you were coming from with it, and I was loving the banger. Tell me about how that junk came about.
So, one night we were just pretty much in the studio, like, how it usually starts off. I had my man Kirk Knight, AP, Pal P, and, those are like my go-to producing squad. So we was in the lab, and, they just asked me, yo, what's the vibe tonight? And I was like, you know what, I really want to try to do something a little, I want to do something very, uplifting, because I felt like, for the longest time I had, I didn't have too many tracks that was, just uplifting and happy, feel good and exciting. So I was like, you know what, I'm lacking on that. Let's try to create something like that, Yeah. And then, they just went right into the beat. They started creating. My man AP playing the keys, Kirk working on the drums. And then, as soon as they got the first loop down, it just started hitting me, the hook just came to my mind, instantly, you know what I'm saying? I started, something devastated. Yeah. Sometimes we think we never make it, and then out of nowhere, within 5 minutes, I just had the hook. And then, I didn't even write the verse down. I just went straight in the booth with the hook, and then the rest of the song just came out of that. It was all a freestyle. It was all like a vibe, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's crazy. Now, talk to me about the chemistry between you and Kirk and the rest of the production team. Because, see, the sound that y'all boys got, I'm loving it. It's a damn show New York sound. You see what I'm saying? When you cut it on, it takes you to that place. And with me personally, when I hear my music, I like my music to reflect where it's coming from, so you can get an escape from where you at. You see what I'm saying? So talk to me about that, the creative process when y'all putting that kind of stuff together.
The creative process is we come in and it's just Joey just wanted he would just tell us a vibe that he's feeling in terms of something that he wants to create. So he's like, okay, cool. So it's just usually me, Poppy, or Adam, and Adam plays keys, and we from there I just take the beat, and it's we have two aux cables at the same time, and basically as he's playing the keys.
Giving out the secrets.
No. It's a simple shit though. It's just we playing on top of. I'm playing on top of it, and then we just build it from that. In terms of it, just gets bigger and bigger, and then it's just it just gives him a platform to where it's all he has to do is just insert his talent, his lyrics.
Exactly.
And me and Kirk, we go back all the way to middle school.
Yeah.
We met in the 6th grade.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So and that too, I knew him
when it comes to chemistry, it's not too many relationships that I have in music that are as strong as this bond right here, because it just predates Joey Badass's existence, Kirk Knight's existence, with just government names. They're the dudes in school, you know what I'm saying, just beating on the lunchroom table and stuff.
That's right. Now, having a contemporary New York sound right now, how are your predecessors receiving you out here, man? Are they respecting your mind and your grind when they hear the music and they say, okay, this sounds like a track I need to get on my damn self?
All of the OGs, the big homies, the predecessors in this rap world, they always, give me a strong nod. They support heavy. They always in my corner. DJ Premier, he's a mentor. You know what I'm saying? I could call Premier at any given moment, ask him for anything, and it's the same thing vice versa as well, but I'm the youngin' in this situation, so but he can ask me for anything, for whether it's a verse or appearance, we just got the relationship like that.
Yeah. Now, coming out of New York, how was it for you being independent and growing that fan base? Because you got so many folks in that city and trying to get folks to buy into what you was doing at the time coming up. How was that struggle for you?
Well, to be honest, we was really young when we first came onto the scene, and we just pretty much looked at it we wanted to be the change that we wanted to see in the game, so we were just all right, this is what we want to do. We think this is missing in the game, and at the time, like 2009 was like when everybody was like, yo, hip hop is dead, blah blah blah. But 2010 it started making a comeback, but on the West Coast, it was like a whole West Coast resurgence. So you know, us being East Coast kids, we really felt like we had to hold it down for where we was from, and you know, that's just the energy that we started channeling, and like we didn't even realize how crazy it was viewed to the world. Like, yo, these young cats out of New York City, like spitting that real that I haven't heard in so many years. It wasn't hitting us like that though. We were just doing what we love to do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, I mean, songs like that Paper Trail, man. I mean, Money Ruining Everything. I mean, break that down to me, because when I was listening to that, I said, this guy right here is not playing. You see what I'm saying? When it comes to lyrics and delivery and just actually bringing something to the table that folks can ride to and stick with and understand, you definitely are holding it down when it comes to that. So talk to me about that Paper Trail right quick.
Yeah, you know, you know, that was on the Before the Money album, and you know, it was when I was going through a time in my life where, you know, things was changing. Like, I made that album because I knew things was about to change. Like, it was literally the last moments I had before the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I even say in the song, like, before the money there was love.
Yeah.
But before the money it was tough.
Hey.
They came to money through a plug, but it's a shame this ain't enough. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Then, you know, money is the root of all. They say money is the root of all evil, but to me, money is the root of all people.
I mean, that's just cold, though. You see what I'm saying? When you bringing it like that, because see, at the end of the day, we sitting here talking, and you ain't even got to talk. All you got to do is quote. You see what I'm saying? All you got to do is quote yourself, and I totally understand. Now, being in New York, when you bringing it like that, how are the people reacting to the music? Did the people in New York say, you know what, Joe is that guy, let's get behind him and let's hold him down, or was there any resistance?
Not at first. You know what I'm saying? It took for the whole world to take notice first before New York was like, oh, snap. Like, you know, New York was obviously aware, they knew who I was, but you know, it was different, you know, because everything coming out of New York in this new generation is like, you know, if it's not like a big radio hit, then it's like, is he really doing anything though? You know, it's like almost like imperceptible, the progress that I'm making. So it took me to go on world tours. It took the whole world to talk about me, these OGs to reach out, the music video accolades and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I definitely say, you know, my city is like fully behind me now, especially with me coming with the hits. You know what I'm saying? So this Devastated joint, like, it just got named by Spotify as the most popular rap song in New York City. We're just thankful. We're honored.
How do y'all feel getting it out the mud together though, and being able to experience this kind of success as a team?
I mean, it feels great.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's just like, you seen the progression of a person. It's not even in terms of like talent or music or anything. It's in terms of like being a human being, like the decisions, being a man. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
evolution.
It's like I get to witness those moments. So then it's just like, it's even iller that it's just like we get to do things that we love, and what we're rewarded with is just like the fact that we could go and blow a bag or something somewhere and just really be together and chilling. And just remember like how far, how hard the hunger was for us, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When you think about the hunger and the struggle though, I mean, those times when you didn't think that it was actually gonna pop off, you were like, why the hell am I in here beating on this table trying to come up with a doggone melody?
But see, at that time, it was like we were younger, but it was just like there wasn't even no doubt in terms of that. Like, in terms of like, we knew that it was gonna go somewhere. It's just we didn't know how big. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you don't know how far this could go. This could be just a local thing, or it could be a national thing, or it could be a global thing. You know what I'm saying?
At the same time, it was really like just hobbies and like our favorite pastimes to make music. You know what I'm saying? So even with us not knowing how big it was getting, I feel like a part of, like, you know, we always cared deep down, but like in the moment, it was just like doing what we love to do. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't necessarily about like, yo, like, you know, we could be doing this, we could be doing that. Like, it was like, nah, we just love doing this. We love doing this, and we're just gonna continue doing it. And then, you know, eventually, everything else came after that.
After the money came, how did things change for you?
After the money came, you know, it depends on who you are. I say, you feel me? It depends on like the content of your character and like how you can keep it. Because some people, you know, the money come and then they start changing because, like, you know, they start living, adjusting with the lifestyle that with the money, like as soon as they get the first check, like they blowing bags everywhere, they make mad switches. Me, I wasn't like that. Like, I got my first major rap check when I was 17, and I just left it in the bank. You know what I'm saying? I was acting like I didn't even have it.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's just like, I mean, money changes in different ways though. People know you got money. People change, treat you different and whatnot. And in the world, period, like just throughout my travels, I realized, as a young black brother, people treat you different when they know you got money or they know you somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because I go to certain countries and I will be there for a show, but I will interact with people who don't know of my existence, and it would just be different. Like, because I'm a young black, man, so it's just like, they looking at me like, okay, like, you're not of any importance and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But when they do know, it's a whole different, side of the story and whatnot. So it's funny, man. I ain't changed, man. The people around you change.
Yeah. I mean, another banger, though, that Christ Conscious.
Oh, yes, sir.
Talk to me about that one, man.
It's a funny story how that one came about. One day, I was just in my basement, and I decided to use my old school tactic because, back in the day when I didn't have any producers to actually make compose music for me, I used to just go on YouTube and just use other people's beats, like J Dilla, MF Doom, Lord, whoever I could find and had like clean instrumentals. I would just strip that and then make a song over it. So it's funny. This was about in like 2014. I was going through like a beat drought. Like, this is in the future, but, I have some producers to make stuff, but, like, in the very moment, like, everything that I had was just like, so I just went on YouTube, just like the old days, and it's funny, because this time, I searched Joey Badass type beat.
Ooh.
Because, like, I just knew that it would, I would just, like, testing the waters, seeing what would come up, and the Christ Conscious beat was no lie the first beat that popped up. And as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, this is definitely the one. Like, I mean, it got my name on it. You feel me? So, yeah.
I can dig that. Now, Kirk, you got a project on the way now.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that thing, man.
So I can't really say no names, but I just been really working on, like, in terms of, like, really learning how to play music and understanding, like, the sonics of, like, in terms of using synths and ASDR and stuff like that. So it's like when it's time to make music or think of ideas, it's like I can go in different ranges and create it no matter what, and still have like my personal style in it. So what I'm working on now is just like a whole bunch of like instrumentals and stuff like that, and like my own music. I've just been in the home studio now and just been making a whole bunch of stuff, just getting comfortable. So.
Also, for those people who may not be too familiar, Kirk dropped his debut project last November, titled Late Night Special. So go check that out if y'all haven't yet.
Okay.
And then on the side, I got this instrumental project that's just a bunch of old beats that will inspire people. It's called Dust. It's on Bandcamp too, so you can go check out stuff all over.
I can definitely do that.
I just want to build a catalog. Like,
you damn right.
Because you see so much people building catalogs. That's really the most important thing, because it's like the internet is so fast. It's like it's here today and then gone tomorrow. So it's like the best thing to do is to build catalog, because the biggest that you become, everybody's just gonna keep going back to your whole shit. Like, oh damn.
Also, that catalog adds to that touring history.
Yeah, that too. For sure.
You want to stay on the road, man.
I know you like to get your acting on also, bro.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about this Mr. Robot, man.
So, I actually went to high school for acting, for screen theater. Like, that's what I was accepted into my high school for, Edward R. Murrow. And, at 15 years old, I pretty much knew that, acting was something that I wanted to do, like, later on in life or whenever, it was definitely just one of my other many passions, you feel me, like, aside from music. But when I got to high school is when I met like the whole crew, like, my big brother Steve, CJ, everybody from the team, and everybody was rapping, so it just like, damn, like, I felt like music was knocking on my door, like, yo, it's time for this now. You can get back to that later. And even, if I always looked at it like, if music worked out, acting would just be relatively more easy to get into, because I could use music as a stepping stone and as leverage to get me to where I'm going. And now here I am.
I mean, how did you enjoy being able to get behind that camera and do your thing though?
You know what? It's pretty funny because it was performing in a different capacity for me for the first time. You know, it wasn't just like one take in, like everybody's here just watching, and you on the stage and you perform, and like there's no do-overs. It was more like, yo, you got this camera on you. We're going to shoot it from this angle. Yeah. Then we're going to do the same thing from this angle. Then we're going to do the same thing from that angle. And then we're going to switch. And then we're going to do like 16 outfit changes. Ooh. Do it all again, you know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of things to get used to, but I really enjoyed the process. It really like opened my mind. I was never aware of how many moving parts there was, like, you know, on the set of a film production, you know, so that was really interesting to see for the first time. Yes, sir. Now, I know you got that Pro Era. Yes, sir. Talk to me about that, man. I mean, that new fall collection coming soon, man. Yeah, we just dropped this Survival Tactics capsule collection in the month of June. We got some new stuff coming this month, mainly Steve's pieces, because, you know, this is his birthday month and we're doing the festival this month, and, you know, we got a lot of dope tees for the fans. They love the Steve shirts all the time. Any Steve's merchandise they love, getting their hands on that. Yes, but you know, throughout the fall, we're really looking to up in the brand to a more like, you know, premium streetwear level. You know, for a long time it's been looked at as merch, and you know, my mission now is to really, you know, just eliminate that merch word. Like, I don't want to hear that anymore. I don't want this stuff to look merchy or seem merchy. I just really want it to be a real deal clothing brand, streetwear, premium streetwear brand. Already. Now, I mean, the festival circuit, though. I mean, you down here about to tell stuff in Atlanta with that boy Rory. Oh, then you got the Steve's Fest. I mean, talk to me about it. So, you know, me and Rory, that's my brother. That's my Indigo brother, you know. You know, as soon as he came into this game, we connected instantly, you know. So I got a lot of love for Rory. You know, I told him that I was doing the Steve's Day Fest, and he was like, yo, I'm doing the Roar Fest. So we was like, all right, bet. Let's just swap. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'll do this favor for you, you do this favor for me, and that's what it is, you know. So, you know, I'm out here showing my brother some love, and then next week he going to come to California and join us on the Steve's Day Festival as well. So, I mean, talk to me about that camaraderie in the industry, though, man, because, I mean, y'all from two different areas, but y'all are brothers from other mothers, man. I mean, talk to me about just being able to work with folks and get along and get busy in this industry. Like that. Well, you know, the way me and Rory connected is like, well, when I first heard his music, I was like, yo, this kid is dope. Like, you know, I knew he had that Indigo vibe right away. And when we first met in person, he told me how much my first mixtape, like, you know, affected his life. So, you know, that meant a lot to me. And from there, we just connected right away, and it was just, you know, a brotherly bond from there. We could just, you know, understand. Even being from different places, it's like we could connect already on the level. Like, you know, we're two young black brothers who love making music, who on our conscious wave. So it was just like, you know, it was seamless, man. Shout out to my brother Rory. How is it being on that conscious wave, though? Because, I mean, you got a lot of gangster rappers out here a lot of time. I mean, what is your thoughts when you come up with the conscious stuff in the midst of everything else that's going on in the industry right now? I mean, you know, for me, I actually feel somewhat obligated, you know what I'm saying? I know I don't have to be, I'm just a rapper, you know, to some people, but to me it's like I am a voice of the unheard, you know what I'm saying? I want to speak for, you know, young black men like me, or young black boys who came from where I came from, and I just really want to inspire them and motivate them to, you know, put positive action forward instead of, so, like, you know, there's already a lot of negative and, like you said, gangster stuff come out in the rap world. So it's like, you know, I feel like there got to be a balance. And, you know, if I could do my job to, you know, tip the scale a little bit, you know, I'm going to do so. But not only that, I just think, you know, it's naturally my purpose. You know, is not only is the right thing to do, but it's really just what I'm here for. I'm here to inspire the youth. I'm here to inspire generations to come. I'm here to inspire young black boys, man. I'm here to inspire the world. Lastly, I mean, y'all boys got anything y'all want to get off y'all chest, man? How can folks contact y'all? Oh, yeah, on the Twitter, I'm at Joey Badass.
Mine is Kirk Knight.
And on the Instagram, I'm at Joey Badass.
Kirk Knight. Easy to find.
Only things that's complicated is the Snapchat. But you know what? I ain't even going to put down the radio. You got to watch my daily life. I'd rather you not know what I'm doing. Already. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Well, fellas, appreciate y'all coming to this thing, man. Appreciate you. Already wishing nothing but the best and much success. Beehive Radio Shout. It's Hot 107.9, man. Let go.